Yes, I am back. Sorry, I have the habit of sneaking up on people. And how's your day been, aside from playing World of Warcraft? Really? Didn't even go for a jog? Ah, gee. But rain is like the best weather for jogging. Unless you're a coward, of course. Are you a coward, Manny? My curly hair is cute. My hair is really curly. Oh shit, we've already begun. Where's the link so I can also read the chat? Man. I've already found it on Twitter. You. Oh my god, you really called it Manny and Root's Immortal Adventure. I love it. We just gotta fucking do a goddamn goddamn air guitar. No, no, I don't want to. Unfortunately. So my dad's not home, so that's great. That means I can talk as loud as I bloody please. So he might show up in the middle of the stream to announce that he is back home. And if I don't immediately go downstairs to greet him, he's going to be cross with me. So, you know, if I suddenly fuck off, that's why. Yep. I need a copy of My Immortal to read. I've had it somewhere saved up. I don't even know what fucking chapter we were on. I think the last chapter was. Goddamn, what was the last chapter? That story is so fucking nonsensical. I think the last one was chapter 12. Yes. Yes, because we had that moment where fucking not Harry Potter had his scar problems, and Voldemort has Draco, who, by the way, I reinterpreted as a ghost in bondage. Which, considering the fact that in my interpretation Draco is a ghost, is strange. Ooh. Evil ghost. Don't worry, I've already found a copy, but thank you for posting it anywhere. Oh no. Sorry, I've already seen the author's notes of chapter 14 and it's just lovely. Yeah, you can say that again. You've seen it too, right? Oh, okay. Maybe I should just be silent can you imagine? I just don't say fucking anything and let you read this nonsense by yourself. I would never do that to you. Story. Oh, my favorite. What is the story? So I have to hook up my phone to electricity, or else I will lose it halfway through the story, and then I won't be able to see the lovely chat with the lovely people. Are they in an intense sexual relationship? I sure hope you mean NOB and Draco. I swear to God, one day people are going to start shipping us for real, and that means we've become famous. No, it was, I think, during a stream, actually, where we read that book of the guy who sued Taylor Swift. Because we were basically flirting. Son of a... Ah, he's too nice. His mom is nice. I can't call him son of a bitch. I mean, I can hear you. I'm pretty sure it's on. Yeah, I've got the keys for Draco. I mean, the chain. Beanie is the ship name. Beanie is the ship name, definitely. Shut up, McDarius. I already have a boyfriend. And he's lovely. I had a date with him last Saturday, and it was lovely. We watched the Borderlands, and then oh, that's unfortunate. He can hear you, but wait, he can see you, but you can't hear him. Okay. While Manny is trying to sort it out, I'm gonna tell you more about my date I had, because it was lovely. We watched the Borderlands, and then we played some video games. We wanted to cuddle, but then we remembered, but Corona was around and we couldn't. Social distancing is a bitch, and I'm upset because I couldn't kiss my boyfriend. And that was it. And I watched the movie The Borderlands now 5 times. And the ending still fucks me up. I think I need psychological help. So how was your day anyway? Lovely chat people. What video games you play, eh? Me? Like me personally, I play whatever I want. I just play what's fun. If it's not fun, I don't play it. I've been playing Harvest Moon on the Switch a lot. It's lovely. Oh, you mean on the date? My boyfriend played a bit of Resident Evil 4, and then we played Killer 7 together because I didn't know how to play it, and he did. Turns out I should have played it with mouse and keyboard instead of a controller. That was my big old mistake. And then he helped me get through a level on Hotline Miami that I was stuck in.
Mic on.
We basically complement each other. Nice! That's a good game, Battle for Bikini Bottom. Yeah, my boyfriend and I, we complement each other in the way that he is good in video games and I absolutely suck at video games. Except like Animal Crossing. So if I can play a level or a game, he helps me. And it's, I think, one of the most romantic things in the world, you know? It might be a bit sappy. But that's just how life is. I'm probably like the least entertaining person in the world. I'm like 0 in charisma. But you know that? I've aimed it.
You guys hear me now?
Can you hear him now? Well, I mean, why am I asking that? I mean, if they can hear you, they can hear you. There isn't much to be done. I'm at myself that in the last stream with My Immortal, I didn't bring the pun Ebenezer Scrooge.
You can hear? Ah, excellent. There we go. All right.
You know. Okay, good.
So, after that boomerlicious moment,
Delicious. Amazing. You're not a boomer, you just had a severe lapse in judgment. Expect Bean Daddy Mandela sad apology next week. He's just crying and snot is coming out of his fucking nose and stuff. I mean, where else would snot come out of?
you don't want to know how I can do that.
I don't want to know, thank you. You're right, I didn't. Don't you mwahaha me, you Ebony Dementia Raven Scrooge! Ebony Dementia. Sorry, I have to do my Draco voice. Ebony Dementia Raven Scrooge! That's keys, by the way. I don't own a chain yet.
I mean, maybe you should. Then the next time you get to see your boyfriend, you can have some more fun.
Oh.
Yeah, I went there. I'm sorry.
How would we have fun with a chain? Do we like beat the shit out of people with it or what?
No, I'm just gonna leave it at that. There in the chat, I shared my friend's GoFundMe for her snake and reptile rescue. So if anyone is interested in able to donate to that, anything is appreciated.
How is her reptile rescue going?
Pretty well. She what were I can't think.
She rescued a few reptiles.
She's gone a lot of rescues and had to take a couple of the for vet appointments, but they're all doing well.
McDario said it would change my world, apparently.
Change.
Yeah, yes, I know. I've seen it. I refuse to acknowledge.
Very clever.
It was horrible. I already have to deal with dad jokes in real life. Okay, I can't deal with it online.
Dad jokes are what I'm all about, though.
Yeah, well, you're dad. You have dad energy. Like, not daddy, just dad. Like, you could be a dad.
I wish.
I can imagine you walking into your child's room being like, "How are you doing, Spot?
Yeah, pretty
much. Had a nice day, champ?"
Alright, so, like I was saying, but nobody heard because I'm a boomer, before we continue My Immortal today, I want to read you all a story that I had completely forgotten about. I found it years ago, and found it saved to my computer.
Can you please send me a link to it or something? Because I too want to read it.
I don't know. I'm just going to read it to all of you.
Okay, and I'm going to shout comments.
Please do. So yeah, this story is a...
Comments! I want you. I'm going to shout comments. Aren't I funny? And don't you regret it inviting me?
You are funny, and no, I don't regret it. But anyway,
Aww.
So yeah, this is a parody creepypasta called Jeff the Knot Killer. Yeah. Is
it bad or funny?
It's funny. Intentionally so. Yeah, it's by far the best version of Jeff the Killer ever written, in my opinion, and it shows Jeff to be more intelligent, human, and sympathetic and relatable than any other story by leaps and bounds.
What, does he like call the cops when Randy and his gang try to beat the shit out of him?
I think so.
Huh. Well, read it.
Alright, so, without further ado, here is Jeff the Knot Killer. Jeff and his family had just moved into a new neighborhood. Against the advice of his friends and coworkers, Jeff's father, Peter, had decided to move his family into the suburbs. This was a problem because Peter worked at a McDonald's and only made $4.15 an hour. This venture was merely the latest in a series of harebrained schemes designed to strengthen his marriage with his wife Margaret, a marriage that was failing since the day it started. Margaret was well known in their old neighborhood as the alcoholic town bicycle, who could be a real bitch when she was sober. In fact, the parentage of their two children was something that was very much up for debate in said neighborhood. There was a chance that Jeff was his, seeing as the two did look somewhat alike. Liu was a different story, however, seeing as he was distinctly Asian and a family full of Caucasians, and he looked almost
Well,
exactly like their old mailman after whom he was named.
oh
Despite all
dear.
the damning evidence to the contrary, Peter was convinced that Margaret loved him and was in denial that anything wrong with their relationship couldn't be fixed by him simply pandering to what he thought were her desires. Uh, This, as one could imagine, put a lot of stress on their children, both of whom were preparing themselves for when this whole thing would inevitably go up in flames, as these things always do. In the meantime, they supposed they could enjoy some of the comforts of suburban life.
Serial killer walking around in a Halloween mask.
Welcome back, the father. I'm glad you could join us
Hey
again.
Dad, welcome back. You see, because he's called the father and he's back, and
Yeah,
I'm
yes.
gonna shut up now.
As they were unpacking, Jeff caught sight of something horrid. The blinding shade of blonde hair dye and pink eyesore of a cashmere sweater tied around her neck, a douchey fashion alerted him to exactly what this was. A soccer mom.
Oh no.
I mean, sounds
No,
kind of hot to me, but okay.
she's probably called Karen as well.
Jeff looked
Do
on in
I really,
horror.
if she talks, do a real Karen voice?
Okay. Jeff looked on in horror as she came closer and closer to his family. Oh God, he thought. She was coming to talk to them. Hello there, she called out in the most oh, ear-grating Minnesotan accent Jeff had ever heard. Okay. Yeah, hello there. My name's Barbara, don't you know? I live across the street from where
Calm
you're
down,
moving in.
Kermit.
In there.
Sound like fucking Kermit the fucking frog.
Well, I just wanted to introduce myself and my son Billy. She gestured down to her son, who seemed to be preoccupied playing a portable game system. Now, Billy, don't you think you should take your eyes off your little beep boop machine to say hi to our new neighbors? The kid's eyes lit up with rage at this interruption. Whatever, Mom! He screamed, in a voice filled to the brim with angst. I didn't even want to come over here. You never understood me. I fucking hate you! And with that, he ran back to his house and slammed the door uh, as he went in. Oh, isn't he just precious? Barbara said said both blind and deaf to what a little shit her son was growing up to be.
Oh my God.
Well,
I mean, that's pretty accurate to suburban life.
Well, any hoozle, I thought it'd be nice to invite you and your two little bundles of joy to my son's birthday party. Bundles of joy? Margaret said in disgust. Lady, I haven't been joyful since I shoved these two little shits out of my meat cave. But you say you're throwing a party? Is there going to be booze there? Well, not for the kids, but us
The
grown-ups are
father
going to be
just
drinking.
realized what you're reading, he says.
Oh, someone's actually heard of this one. That's good. So, yeah, I'm not sure who wrote it. The link to whatever page it was posted on is gone, and
It's gonna turn out that the father wrote it. This
yeah.
would be funny.
All right. Yeah, well, not for the kids, but us grown-ups are gonna be drinking. All right, we're coming. Mom, Jeff called out in protest. Great, Barbara said as she and Margaret ignored him. See you Saturday. And with that, she left. Mom, why would you do that? Jeff yelled angrily. What's the problem? I thought kids like into stupid shit like birthday parties. Mom, that child is awful. What makes you think I or Leo would want to spend any amount of time around him? Look, Margaret paused for a moment as she snapped her fingers in an attempt to remember her own child's name.
God.
Jeff finally said after 2 minutes. This was a regular occurrence with their mother. I knew that, she lied defensively. These people are going to be serving free booze. Can't you just stop being a selfish little shit and do this for me? Hello, Millie Caston.
The Castleton.
Why do you always go where there's free booze? Because Mommy needs to drink to forget that time the condom broke. She shifted her gaze to Liu. Twice! Now you're getting me into that party and that's final! Jeff sighed, knowing that his mother was drunk right now. There was no point in arguing with her. He instead turned to his father as Margaret walked drunkenly to their new home. Dad, aren't you going to say anything? Listen to your mother, Jeff, he said annoyingly. She's a beautiful, delicate flower, and she knows what's best for you. Margaret then let out a stream of vomit onto one of the walls of the house. Jeff then realized, to his horror...
That's a mood. That's a mood right there.
...that they weren't getting the deposit back on this place. Night soon came, and Jeff found himself lying on his bed, staring at the ceiling. His new room was filled with boxes of things still left unpacked. Jeff had decided since the day his father told them they were moving that he wasn't even going to bother getting comfortable. He knew they weren't going to be staying there long. They didn't have the money to stay here. He sighed and longed for the day when he would turn 18 and be able to move away from these awful people. However, that day was a good 5 years away.
Trust me, Jeff, even when you turn 18, there's not a guarantee that you're gonna move away. Trust me.
Yep.
There's a fucking...
He figured he'd be able to save up enough money to buy an apartment if he started working the day he turned 15. He'd of course have to keep it a secret. If his mother found out he had money, she'd beat the shit out of him to find it so she could spend it on booze. There was one problem with his plan, however. His brother. There was no way he'd be able to make enough money to support the both of them, but at the same time, he knew he couldn't leave him alone with their parents. Liu was much... God damn it. Liu was much younger than him, and not as used to the abuse their mother was capable of dishing out. Margaret needed a punching bag, and the second she realized Jeff was gone, Liu would be her new one. He groaned as he punched his wall in frustration. Everything would be so much easier if these pieces of shit weren't in the picture. He suddenly felt an odd feeling coming over him. It was like rage, but much more intense. He did what he always did when he got these feelings.
Masturbate.
I mean, that's more something that... Never mind. Repress them down and let them fester as a mental disorder. There was no way that could backfire. Morning came. Get it? Came, and you just talked about masturbating.
Yeah.
And Jeff found himself making breakfast for him and his brother. He felt that same feeling of rage from last night as he looked over at his mother, passed out on the couch, surrounded by several empty wine coolers. She was never sober enough to make them breakfast, and even if she was, the bitch couldn't even make toast right. He placed a plate of fried eggs in front of Liu. Make sure you eat all of that, he said, putting another plate in front of himself, and make sure you get the free lunch at school. Food's a bit tight around here, and I have no idea when those idiots are going to go to the store that isn't the liquor store. Okay, Liu said as he began to eat. Jeff noticed that Liu was wearing what appeared to be a rusty pair of dog tags around his neck. Liu? Where did you get that? He asked, pointing to them. Huh? Oh, Ryu gave them to me. Our mailman, Liu? Yeah, he said they were his dad's in Vietnam, and he wanted me to have them. Huh, Jeff said as a thought popped into his head. Should he tell him? Liu, you do know why he would want to give you such a personal gift, right? No, not really. But I do know one thing. He got really mad when I told him we were moving away. He stormed off and said something about suing for custody. Did he now? I'll have to remember that for later. The two finished eating and headed out to the bus stop. Hopefully the school day wouldn't be so bad. The two made it to the bus stop. On the other side, there were 3 boys watching them. All right, one of them said as he turned to the other 2 who were holding skateboards. Looks like we got some new meat over there. Randy, what the fuck are you talking about? The chubbier one of the 3 asked in a deadpan tone. I'm talking about those new kids at the bus stop. They're perfect targets, Troy. Targets for what? Troy was now confused. Don't pretend you don't know, Randy said playfully. No, I don't fucking know, Randy. You called us up this morning and told us that we had to meet you here and to bring skateboards. None of us even know how to ride skateboards. Why do we have these? We have them because
God,
we're going to mug those two, and we're going to do it in style.
I'm loving this story. Like, genuinely, this is so fucking. This is like well done. Like, I'm genuinely invested in Jeff and Lou's plights, and just I like the character of the bullies. They're so fucking hilarious.
Right? Oh, it only gets better.
Ah, stupid computer, shut off. Okay, I'm back.
What? Why are we mugging people? We all come from relatively privileged households. If we need money, can't we just ask our parents for it? Troy, it isn't about the money. It's about teaching the new kids who's in charge around here. Who is in charge around here, Randy? Because it's certainly not us. We are the lamest kids in school. That one kid in the wheelchair can kick your ass, and has on at least one occasion. I get made fun of relentlessly because I have a glandular problem, and Keith's on meth. I never thought that Jeff the Killer could be done well, but here's the proof. Right? Right?
Keep some fucking meth, guys.
Yeah. Cats are agents of Satan, the skinnier kid yelled. They watch you from the trees and tell the spiders that live behind your eyes to bite you. You see, Keith thinks it's a good idea. None of what Keith just said made any sense. Nothing he says ever makes sense. He's on meth. Come on, Troy. You and Keith like me and want to be my friend, and friendship means you do what I say when I say. Okay, first off, I don't like you. The only reason I hang out with you is to avoid soul-crushing isolation. As for Keith, I don't know. I gave up trying to figure out what was going on in his head the day I met him. Why couldn't
Why couldn't this be the official Jeff the Killer story, X Raptor X?
Yeah.
Because the world's not fucking fair and everyone is going to die sad and frustrated.
I mean, I am at least, but I have high hopes for all of you. Okay. There are goats that live between the walls of reality. They ride dragons, shoot lasers from their butts. And secondly, that isn't what friendship means. In fact, your definition makes me think you're a sociopath. Well, how about this?
The longer you voice him, the more it sounds like fucking Peter Griffin, and I don't know how to feel about this.
You put it perfectly, Rudy. Oh. Come on, guys. No nihilism allowed here.
Right, no, I think he meant my comment about you sounding like Peter Griffin the longer you voice this one character.
Oh, jeez. Well, how about this? Friendship means you do what I say, or I'll throw your heart medication in the sewer again.
No, clearly friendship is magic. I'm going to punch myself for that reference.
Don't punch yourself, but, I don't know, pray to Cthulhu for forgiveness.
I'm going to stand in the corner and just regret my life choices.
Troy sighed angrily. Fine, what do you want us to do? Okay, what we're gonna do is ride up on our skateboards. One of us is gonna do a kickflip over their laps. Then we're gonna tell them to give us their wallets, and they'll be so impressed by our sick skateboard skills that they'll have no choice but to do it. Troy glared at Randy for a moment before speaking up again. There is one giant flaw in that plan. And what's that? None of us know how to ride a skateboard. Don't worry about that. If learning all of my social cues from 90s TV shows has taught me anything, it's that anything is possible if you believe in yourself. Randy, that's stupid. Well, then just swing it. Let's do this shit! Keith screamed out. I am so fucking down to clown, you don't even know! Troy then sighed defeated as he uneasily got onto the skateboard and pushed off on it.
I fucking love Keith, he's amazing.
Friendship is indeed magic. Millie, go stand in the corner with Rudy.
Just come on, join me in the corner, Millie. We can be here angry about our past mistakes and about our poor choices in television. Oh.
As Jeff and Leo were waiting at the bus stop, they caught sight of a very overweight child trying and failing to ride a skateboard towards them. As he got right up next to them, he suddenly jumped from the skateboard and faceplanted onto the ground next to them. Whoa, man, are you okay? Jeff asked. You ate shit pretty hard. God damn it, Troy! Another boy shouted as he ran across the street with a third very scrawny boy. You were supposed to do a kickflip. What the fuck happened? Uh, what the hell? Why aren't you two on skateboards? Troy asked angrily as he struggled to lift himself from the ground. Oh, I got bored with that idea, so I decided not to do it. Then why are you mad at me for messing it up? Does your brain just not run on human logic? Seriously, Randy, fuck you. Should I call a hospital or something? He fell pretty hard and he might be injured. No, shut up, Randy shouted. Well, that was pretty rude. Of course it's rude. We're robbing you, Randy declared happily. What? Jeff chuckled out in a confused tone. You heard me. Give us your money. We don't have any money. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Lou. We don't have any money, Lou pointed out.
Wouldn't it be funny if, like, in this story, Randy and the two boys ended up, all five ended up being friends?
Just watch. Or listen, okay. I guess.
I can watch my microphone, make sure it doesn't leave me.
Good. Ha! Your lies can't fool me. I'm way too smart for that. Isn't that right, Keith? Keith? Randy looked around for Keith with a confused look on his face. He found him sitting on an anthill with several ants crawling on him, and the skateboard he had brought with him bounced precariously atop his head. I will be feared by the gods one day, he declared, pumping both fists into the air. Keith agrees with me, Randy said quickly. Is the short bus going to be coming for that one soon? Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is, give me your wallets or else. Or else what? Jeff chuckled. I've got like an entire foot on you, kid. What do you think you're going to do? Randy then pulled out a knife, much to the shock of Jeff and everyone except for Keith, who was now busy eating some of the ants. Now give me your wallet, or guts are going to fly. Jeff was scared, but he knows something strange about the knife. Is that a plastic knife? No, Randy said defensively.
Amazing.
It has the words made in China carved into it, and I can see the seam from the mold. Shut up! Just give me the wallet! I don't even have a wallet, dipshit. And even if I did, what makes you think I'd give it to a pussy like you? I'm not a pussy! Randy whined. I'm not! You want to fight me and find out, man? Because we can fucking go! I don't think that's good judgment on your part. Too fucking bad, because this is fucking happening now. Randy then dropped the plastic knife and began to strip himself of his shirt. Yeah, man, you see how ripped I am? You're in fucking trouble now. He threw his shirt to the side and cocked his fists. Come on, man, let's go. Come on, just try and hit me. Jeff sighed before delivering a quick slap to Randy's face. Randy blinked a few times, as if he were unsure of what had just happened. Tears then began to well up in his eyes, and he began to loudly cry out. Oh, great, now you've got him started, Troy scolded in an annoyed tone. Hey, man, he brought it on himself. It's not my fault he's a little bitch. Yeah, I know, but this indirectly makes my life harder. He turned to Randy. Come on, man, stop being such a titty baby. If you cry until you get home again, then your mom's gonna bitch at my mom, and then my mom's gonna bitch at me about it. Christ, it's the incident with the wheelchair kid all over again. Oh, well, I'm sorry about that. The bus then pulled up and the door swung open. The driver looked out at the scene with an exasperated look on his face. Oh god, not this shit again. He turned to Jeff and Lou. You two get on. Shouldn't we do something about him first? Don't worry about it, kid. He does this every other week. Just get on. Jeff shrugged as he and Lou got on the bus, and then drove off, leaving the other three children alone.
Okay, so my favorite characters, Keith and nameless bus driver.
Yeah.
I love this bus driver. I don't even know who's his name or what his life is like, but I want to know. I want bus driver spin-off. Okay?
I'll try to think of something.
Please.
The rest of the school day went on fairly normally, and by the end of it, Jeff had almost completely forgotten the incident. The next day, however, would prove very different. As Jeff was walking into the kitchen to make breakfast, he noticed something very strange. There was a police officer standing in the living room, and the front door was off its hinges with a large boot imprint on it.
Jeez.
Can I help you, officer? He asked. Ah! The officer screamed as he drew his gun and pointed at Jeff, who ducked and put his hands up. "Oh, sorry about that, son. I thought you was one of them brown people," he said in the most hick voice one could imagine.
Ooh.
Do you need
That.
something, sir?" Jeff asked nervously. "As a matter of fact, I do, son. I got a call recently that told me this house had the marijuana in it. Now, normally I don't give a shit about crime, but I get a shit ton of bonuses for drug busts, so I'm giving you two options, son. You can either tell me where the shit is, or I can shoot you for resisting." "Sir, I think you might be mistaken. There aren't any drugs here. I mean, there's plenty of alcohol, but nothing else." "Ha! Don't lie to me, son. I know you've been doing drugs here. You know why? Because I'm a cop, and being a cop makes me incapable of being wrong." "I don't think that's how that works." "You getting uppity with me, boy?" he said, putting his hand over his gun again. "Hey, what's going on down here?" Leo asked as he walked into the living room. "Holy shit, a Mexican!" the officer yelled. "What the hell is he doing in this country? You harboring illegals too, boy?" "Mexican? He's not Mexican, you ass. And even if he was, he's not illegal. He's my brother." "Would you stop lying to me, boy? He's not white, so the only other thing he could be is Mexican. And he ain't your brother." "I'm pretty sure he is." "No, he ain't. Mexicans ain't actual people, so it's impossible for him to be related to you." None of that makes any sense whatsoever. Seriously, were your parents siblings or something? "Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is that this little Mexican shit is going to jail." "What? What the hell for?" "Because I feel like it," the officer said as he tackled Leo to the ground and cuffed him. He then picked him up.
Fortunately, that is how the cops seem to work these days.
Yeah. He then picked him up off the ground and took him to his squad car. "You're not even Mirandaizing him, you shitbag!" Jeff yelled out in disbelief. "Lou, when you get to jail, demand a lawyer. Above anything else, make sure you have a lawyer present." "All right, Jeff," Lou yelled from the back car as he drove off. "Can we stop at the shitty walk on the way?"
What's Mirandaizing?
What's that? Oh,
Miranda something.
It means to read them. They're Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. Blah blah blah.
Some shitty rights. I want better rights.
What the fuck is going on? Margaret yelled drunkenly as she stumbled
the Rudy
into
rights.
The
Rudy rights is as follows. You have the right to fight me in a duel. If you win, you get to go free. If you lose, I kill you.
Hey, I'm all for bringing back dueling to settle.
Hell yeah, let's fucking bring back dueling.
All right.
I've got swords.
Yeah, that lawyer I mentioned last time. He's all for that too. You know what? I'll get in contact with him and we'll see if we can make this possible.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Then when it's like petty thievery, we can have like the guy who's been thieved and the guy who's done the thieving duking it out in court, and the winner wins the case. Oh, I should be president of the United States.
Okay. All for bringing back dueling jokes on the anniversary of the Burr Hamilton duel. Great. I don't know what that is. All right. Why the fuck are you yelling? I'm trying to sleep. Mom, some insane racist pig cop just broke down the door and arrested Leo for no reason. We have to do something about it.
Castleton, I don't know anything about history, ever. So that reference does nothing to me because I have no clue what you're talking about.
We have to do something about it. I'm pretty sure what he did was illegal. Oh my god, that's terrible. Wait, who's Leo? Your son. Holy shit, I have a son? She looked back at Jeff. Who are you again? She then passed out. Christ, you are the most useless parent ever, Jeff yelled as he ran back to his room, unsure of what to do. Several days passed as Jeff desperately attempted to get help for Leo. His parents refused to help, and every lawyer he got into contact with wanted money for their services, money that Jeff simply didn't have. He had only hoped that Leo had taken his advice and demanded a public defender, But considering the cop in question didn't give a shit about Lee's Miranda rights or actually charging him with anything, it was unlikely that they would give him one when he asked for it. Jeff was extremely worried about his brother, but what could he do? He was just a child, a helpless, powerless child. Soon Saturday came, and with it the day of Billy's birthday party. "Hey, get out of bed, retard!" he heard his mother's voice yell. "What do you want, cunt?" he asked angrily.
Oh, gee.
"Hey, you don't talk to me like that! I'll whoop your fucking ass! Anyway, we've got a party to go to."
Alright, Marge Simpson. We're gonna fucking do a party thingy.
I didn't think I was capable of a Marge voice.
It's better than me. My voice, no matter what I do, is just outrageously German.
That's a good thing.
No, it's not, because I'm not German, I'm Swiss.
That's still good.
Oh.
You're seriously doing this now? What? Your child is in jail right now, and all you can think about is drinking. Seriously, woman, what's wrong with you? Did you get dropped on your head as a baby? Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is get dressed or you're grounded. She then left the room, slamming the door as she went. Jeff sighed, defeated, sighing that there was no point in arguing. There was never any point in arguing. He walked over to his closet and threw on whatever matched. He honestly didn't care what he looked like at this point. Why should he? His entire life was coming apart at the seams, and everyone who was supposed to give a shit couldn't give less of one. Dressed in a hoodie and pants, he walked out of his room. "Wow, you look like an emo piece of shit!" Margaret said snidely. "Shut the fuck up, Mom," Jeff said lividly. "I'm not in the mood for this. Let's just get this over with." They then left the house and headed over to their neighbors. At the party, the children were confined to the backyard, while the adults got shit-faced in the kitchen. Jeff found himself sitting in a chair next to the birthday boy, who was complaining about everything. "God, I can't believe my mom did this! I never even wanted a party! Doesn't she understand that I'm dark and edgy? I don't want some stupid kid party! God, I hate everything!" "You and me both, kid. You and me both," Jeff agreed,
Yeah.
giving one hell of a Kubrick stare as he did
Oh,
so.
I thought that was just you. I thought that was just you being out of character, just yet. I sure do hate everything.
Suddenly, he heard the sound of something rolling, followed by something heavy hitting the fence of the backyard. "Damn it, Troy! You forgot to kickflip again!" "Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck these skateboards! I weigh almost 200 pounds. My body is shaped like a coconut. What the fuck makes you think I could do anything on a skateboard? You're not doing it right because you don't believe in yourself enough." "The fuck does that have to do with anything?" "Well, we need to get over this fence, so you're gonna have to try again." "Fuck you, I'm not doing that again." "Well, how are we going to get over the fence then?" "I don't know, maybe we go through the front door." "I mean, seriously, the adults are probably drinking. If we knocked on the door and said we were invited, they probably wouldn't check." Several planks of wood suddenly splintered and flew off the fence as someone came crashing through it. "Oh yeah!" Keith exclaimed as pieces of the fence fell off of him.
Once again, Keith is the fucking MVP of the story.
Oh, sorry, Millie just saw. Now, you're a terrible history nerd. No, being a history nerd is awesome. Embrace it.
Yeah, just don't bring it up to me, because again, I don't know jack shit about anything.
Oh, in that case, they should bring it up more so you can learn.
No, I don't want to learn. I finished school specifically so I don't have to learn.
Okay,
I'm sick of it.
Just to spite you, this is now automatically an educational channel.
Shut the genuine fuck up. I don't want to learn anything. I want to remain stupid.
Alright, well, I'll just have to, sneak in educational stuff into the stories that I read from now on.
Joke's on you. I won't know what you mean because, again, I am stupid.
You're not. Anyway, I'm continuing now.
Aww.
Or we could just do that.
To me. I always make these stupid noises when you're nice to me, and I hate it.
I think it's cute.
Oh! Stop!
Troy said in an annoyed tone as he and Randy walked through the hole of the fence. Well, we meet again. Randy said in a hammy voice. You and I have some unfinished business to attend to. I'm sorry, who are you? Jeff asked in a confused tone. He honestly didn't remember anything about the incident involving them. His mind had been far too preoccupied with Liu. What? You don't remember me? After that ass kicking I gave you at the bus stop? I think I was pretty hard to forget. Bus stop? Oh, right, you're that pussy that cried like a bitch when I slapped you. Several of the children, who now had their attention directed at the scene, began to laugh. Shut up! Shut up! Randy yelled out as tears welled in his eyes. Hey, Troy, was it? I just want to say I'm sorry if I got you in trouble with your mom. Don't worry about it, man. It's not your fault. I honestly don't even want to be here. They blackmailed me to get me here. Nah, it's cool, man. I understand. Would you stop conversing with the enemy? Randy said angrily. Shoot, lost my place. Randy said angrily. And on the 14th of October, 1066, King Harold was allegedly shot in the eye, winning Duke William of Normandy the battle.
La 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 la.
Thank you.
I thought you were not going to learn anything.
Thank you, MC. I appreciate that.
I have not heard. I have not seen. I'm still an idiot.
I mean, it's bad enough that the cops don't arrest him when I call the police and tell them he has drugs. I don't need you turning on me as well. You did what? Both Jeff and Troy yelled in unison. Yeah, remember when that dumbass pig came and arrested your brother? I was the one who called him. I was pretty pissed when I found out he didn't take you away, but since he took your brother, I guess I've gotten part of my revenge. Jeff stared on in disbelief. He was like this. There was actually a person like this. Jesus Christ, Randy, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm seriously reconsidering my friendship with you. I mean, I've been reconsidering it for a while, but this is probably gonna be what puts me over the top. Seriously, man, not cool, Keith said in a rare moment of coherency. What? I don't see what the problem is. You don't see what the fucking problem is? Jeff screamed out furiously. How the fuck do you not see what the problem is? You sent an innocent person to jail for absolutely no reason at all. It was a good reason, Randy defended. And what reason is... Yeah, and that reason is I don't go for even. I go for winning. What the fuck does that even mean? You sent my brother to jail. My young brother, by the way. Then you try to justify it with some stupid-ass self-destructive philosophy. Do you have any idea how worried I've been? My brother is in jail, not some juvenile facility. No, he's in straight-up adult, pound-me-in-the-ass prison. I have no idea if he's dead or not, and I have no idea if he's ever going to get out. How the fuck dare you? How dare you do this shit to him and only have that to say about it? Hey, Rudy, did you know that the Argentinosaurus is considered the largest dinosaur, standing at roughly 21 meters tall? That's very interesting, the father, though, considering it's a dinosaur fact, I was expecting Raptor Rex to tell us that.
I didn't learn anything. Joke's on you.
Oh, come on, you should at least learn about dinosaurs.
No, I want to be stupid.
Anyway, Randy paused for a moment as if he were considering what Jeff was saying. You know what I think? I think you're a selfish loser, and your refusal to acknowledge how awesome I am is the ultimate proof of that, Randy said infuriatingly. I think it's time we end this, he turned to Keith. Get the guns out, Keith smiled as he and Randy pulled out what appeared to be assault rifles. What the fuck? Troy yelled out. You two brought guns? Oh, let me guess. Those are Nerf guns you painted black, Jeff said sarcastically. No, they're real, Randy defended. Keith's parents are open carry protesters, and they just leave them lying around their house. Oh yeah? Well, if they're real, then why don't you fire off a few shots? No, Randy said defensively. Why not? They're real, and you obviously came here with the intent of murder. You probably don't care what happens to everyone else, so what's the harm in shooting off a few rounds? Unless Oh my, are they not real? They're real! Randy yelled in a frustrated tone. It's just that they're not loaded. They're not
For
loaded.
God's sake.
Yeah, we weren't actually planning on killing you. We just wanted to scare you away. Scare me away to where? I'm not that much older than you. Where am I going to go? You didn't think this through, did you? Suddenly, Keith raised his rifle in the air and squeezed the trigger. The gun made several deafeningly loud popping sounds as several bullets flew out of the
Christ.
barrel. All the children screamed and hid under tables, and several birds fell out of the sky. Jeff himself could do nothing but stand there in stunned terror. They were real. Those guns were real, and they were loaded. What the hell, Keith? Randy yelled. You told me they weren't loaded. You were a fool to trust me, Keith said as he pointed his gun at Jeff.
My dad has returned. I have to go for a few minutes. I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Keep reading. I'll be right back. And don't you fucking dare try and teach me anything while I'm gone.
While you're gone, just look up the dinosaur with 400 teeth.
Shut!
And MC, I will read your comment out loud once Rudy comes back. Alright, oh yeah, you were a fool to trust me, Keith said as he pointed his gun at Jeff. I know now what my destiny is. The lizard demons that talk in my head have made it very clear. One of us shall not see the end of this day. Let us now meet upon the field of combat, so that I may complete my ascension. Jeff quickly began to run toward the house. He tried opening the sliding glass door, but to his horror found that it was locked. Let me in, he said, pounding on the glass. Please, he has a gun! He's going to kill me! The door had shattered open as several bullets crashed through it. Jeff ran into the house, meeting the faces of several confused adults. Call the police, he shouted. The adults paid him no mind and went back to drinking. Am I the only sane person in this neighborhood? He didn't have time to contemplate this, however, as Keith quickly marched toward him. He quickly ran over to the stairs in a desperate attempt to climb them and hide in a room. He tripped over, however, as Keith stood over him, pointing the rifle down at him. You shall be with the squirrels soon. Jeff quickly swept Keith's legs, causing him to fall backward as he fired, lighting a part of the ceiling with a heavy crystal chandelier with several holes.
I'm back!
Welcome back. You just missed Jeff running into the house and Keith chasing after him, shouting about ascending to godhood.
Okay, that's just Keith. That's our Keith!
Oh, and a fun fact, jazz is a music genre that originated in the African-American communities of New Orleans, United States in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, with roots in blues and ragtime.
Ha! Oh my god, everyone's gonna try and teach me something, aren't they?
Yeah, like how Malcolm X was actually a Muslim.
No, I'm not fucking learning anything, screw you. I've already told you, I'm committed to being an idiot.
Alright. So Keith tripped and ended up shooting the chandelier. Jeff then found a half-empty bottle of vodka lying on the ground. He grabbed it by the neck and smashed it over the banister, unintentionally splashing some of the liquor on himself as he did so. He then got up and promptly stabbed the still down Keith in the wrist, hopefully removing his ability to use his gun. He then ran upstairs in hopes of finding a phone. Foolish human, Keith said, feeling no pain whatsoever. Do you truly believe you can kill a god? He then followed Jeff up the stairs. Jeff managed to find a landline phone in the master bedroom. He ran over to it and dialed the police. Hello? He called out as the police answered. Please, I need help. Someone's trying to kill me. The phone flew out of Jeff's hand as he was tackled to the ground by Keith. The two continued to brawl, with Keith on the winning side, though Jeff did manage to get a few good hits in. The fight took them into the bathroom, where Jeff tried and failed to rip a towel rack out of the wall, only succeeding in dropping a bottle of bleach on his head that was open for whatever stupid reason. Yes, now you are prepared for the journey to Valhalla, Keith said as he pulled out a bright red flare gun. When you see the goats, tell them I said hi, he said as he squeezed the trigger. A fireball erupted from the barrel of the gun and hit Jeff in the face. Despite being covered in bleach, which is mostly composed of water and not flammable in the slightest, he caught fire. I suppose one could explain it away with the vodka, but I don't think that was enough to catch fire. I don't really know if vodka is a flammable alcohol anyway. I suppose it would depend on the proof or something, but I'm not a chemist, so I wouldn't know that. Anyway, this is starting to become a tangent. Where was I? Oh, right. Yeah, by the way, that was all written in the story. I was not ad-libbing.
I mean, that's all right if you want to do that. If it's meant for comedy, you can do tangents.
Oh no, I just thought it was funny that that was actually written in the story.
At least they're acknowledging how fucking stupid it is that bleach and vodka are supposed to set things on fire.
Yeah, and I like two things. One, that they made the flare gun to make fun of the remake, which was somehow even worse than the original. And,
it was gay, the remake, basically.
Yeah, and I also like the fact that even though most witches during the European witch trials were women, in Iceland and Finland, 90% of the witches were men.
No.
Speaking of Iceland, it was first colonized in the year 874.
No. Why are you trying to teach me things against my will? Stop.
Because it's funny.
It's not. I finished school. I am under no obligation to learn new things, okay? My brain is already full of shit I don't need.
Nope, Schoolmaster Mandela.
No.
Okay.
What are you gonna do if I don't learn? Are you gonna beat me up with a ruler?
Let's not go
Refuse
there.
Refuse me to give any pudding if I don't eat my meat?
Yes. Alright. Jeff caught fire and fell down the stairs. Keith walked down, stepping over the burning Jeff. He walked under the chandelier. The adults now had their attention on him. Look upon me. Look upon my work, mortals, in despair. You look at me and expect to find a madman, but instead you find a god. Sorry, my throat's starting to go a little. A god newly born from the sacrifice of the innocent. I shall ascend from this plane of existence and... He was interrupted by the sound of the ceiling starting to give. He looked up and stared wide-eyed as the chandelier detached from the ceiling and fell on him. Blood splattered out as the shards of crystal impaled every part of his body. Keith looked out at what would be the last thing he would ever see. Tell my parents that I will see them in hell! He yelled as he spat up blood and died. Jeff lay there at the bottom of the stairs, burning. He wondered for a moment. Was this the way he was going to die? He looked back on his life, and in horror realized that he had never really accomplished anything. He wondered if anyone would care about his death. His parents definitely wouldn't, but Liu would, if they ever let him out of jail. Then he'd be met with the news of his brother's death, and he'd be left in the care of their awful parents. He wondered how lonely his funeral would be, if there would even be one. Knowing his parents, they'd probably just leave his body in the morgue and forget about him. He wondered where he was going in regards to the afterlife, if there even was one. He was sure he wasn't bad enough for hell. So what awaited him in heaven? Would God be there? If he was, Jeff would ask him why his life was so horrible. Was it all just a cruel joke? These thoughts alone, with the sound of sirens, filled his head as he blacked out. Refuse to let me eat pudding if I don't eat my meat. Rudy Jazz 2020.
That's a Pink Floyd reference!
Yes, it is.
Don't think anything dirty, you naughty children!
Too late.
No!
Speaking of flare guns, the father of the modern flare gun is generally held to be Edward Very, who lived from 1847 to 1910, although Benjamin Franklin Costin invented a similar, earlier flare gun.
No more learning.
Alright. No more learning. Just going to say that the first recorded atheist was Democritus.
No.
Jeff's head was swimming as he regained consciousness. He was unsure of where he was. He couldn't see anything, but he could hear the faint sound of something beeping. Jeff! Jeff! He heard a familiar voice calling to him. It couldn't be. Liu, he choked out weakly. How did you get out of prison? I kept demanding a Royer, like you said. The Royers, they gave me, found out that not only was my arrest illegal, but the officer that arrested me wasn't even a real cop. He wasn't? One sec here. Okay.
Something going on?
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
How do we add someone to the chat? Or to the call?
I think you have to add first to the group and then, wait, let me do that.
Okay, please do.
Let me do that. Senor Boomer. Everything will be fine. Yeah.
There we go.
There. Ah, okay, I'm back. I was gone for a few seconds and now I'm not gone. Hello, Gemma, you've missed quite a lot.
Yes.
For example, people are trying to teach me things against my will.
Oh, I did hear a little bit of that.
Yeah. Just every time they try to teach me something, I stick my fingers in my ear and go, no. I've done my learning. 10 years of it in school. And then 3 more years in vocational school, okay? I have done all the learning I need in my life. No more learning. The rest of my life, I'm going to be a goddamn moron.
Okay, but what if it's something you're really interested in?
No. If you're gonna teach me something, no. I don't want to learn anything.
Oh, we're going to find a way, Rudy. And
unless it's related.
And with that, everyone, we have Gemma, aka Little Beppis, with us.
Yes, little beverage of sugary fizzy origin that has been spelled wrong.
Yes. Do you know what? I actually really like that. I think that should be what people should call me. Especially online.
Amazing. Time for a Gemma dilemma.
Gemma dilemma.
Yes.
The dilemma is that could be a total sort of like ask channel in itself. I was like, oh, welcome to Gemma Dilemma. You can send me all of your dilemmas.
Yes, my current dilemma is I like to draw, but I can't draw. What the fuck do I do?
I'm like, same.
You might just laugh at them.
I just feel like, same mood right now. Next.
That's like the worst. That's like the worst fucking dilemma channel. You're like a very shitty, how do you call it? Agony aunt?
Yeah, it would be me and my little Beppis persona. And like, just been like, mood! Next.
Just, little Beppis, I killed my wife. I am covered in blood. I don't know what I should do now. That's a mood.
It's like, that's such a mood right now. Like, maybe you should listen to my YouTube channel of me doing my my ASMR stuff.
ASMR, drinking iron brew. That's your drinking iron brew, eating haggis. ASMR. That sounds horrible, actually.
The iron brew drinking part sounds fine, but I wouldn't want to drink it anywhere near a camera. or a microphone.
Or haggis.
No. It would have to be vegetarian haggis.
Yeah, I mean, what is haggis anyways? Isn't that like sheep's gut in a sausage?
Well, that's what it used to be. It's kind of like because they used to it's basically just like wheat and barley wrapped in sheep's stomach.
Great.
But they've changed it. So it's not wrapped in a sheep's stomach anymore. It's kind of like it's still awful, but not.
Not awful. It's not quite castration, but it's still being electrocuted.
Yeah.
Gemma, you know what you should also do?
What?
You should listen as I say that Edward Liston performed a surgery with a 300% mortality rate. His patient died, his assistant died from a infection caused during the procedure, and then an observer died from fright.
Ha! Still as stupid as ever.
But Rudy, you should listen to what MC Delirious is saying here. It's the same thing I've told you. To get better at drawing, just keep practicing, keep sketching.
Yeah, that's good. That's good advice. Don't listen to my advice.
Gemma Dilemma, the next big Am I the Asshole Reddit reading channel. Oh dear.
I mean, already the Am I the Asshole thing is just an absolute mess of horrible people.
Yep. That's why I enjoy reading it, because then I can lord my superiority over them, because I can't do it in real life.
I mean, you are definitely superior as people on Reddit.
True.
And people who read Reddit videos, Reddit things on YouTube.
All right.
Yeah, like
except TV, he is allowed.
Yes.
And Marshall does stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get back to this story and finish it so we can get to the story that's actually in the title of the video.
Yes.
I don't know what you're reading. I think it's Jeff the Killer related.
Yeah, it's
Jeff the Not Killer.
Yeah.
Jeff the Not.
Yeah, so far, Jeff has just been set on fire. Liu is back from jail because it turns out that the cop that arrested him wasn't actually a cop, and their drunken mother has sobered up enough to visit him in the hospital.
Same.
There's this whole thing about Liu actually being the son of their old mailman who was a Vietnamese guy. Gave him dog tags and everything, but their dad's in complete denial about it.
Okay. I will sit here and listen to the rest of it.
Alright. Alright, yeah. Then who was he? Well, apparently he was some crazy guy with the tea party who owned a police uniform and liked to hang out in the station. Apparently the cops got so tired of kicking him out, they just let him stay there. He wasn't authorized to answer the phone calls, let alone arrest anyone, so my arrest was voided immediately. That's great. Yeah, the guy was arrested himself for impersonating an officer, and not only that, it turned out he had a ton of suggestive pictures of young girls on his computer.
Excuse me?
Oh, that's terrible. But it's okay, because when the other inmates found out he was a chomo, they kicked him to death.
Good.
I'm sorry, they cat-ticked him to death? Cat-ticked him? What does that mean? Okay, I'm not actually gonna read that. Here, I'll put in the Discord chat there. You can read that if you want.
Okay, let's see, maybe.
That is the single most fucked up thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh no! Ouch! I felt that.
I'm sorry I asked. Either way, I'm so glad to see you're alright. But I do have one question. Why can't I see? Oh, that's because of bandages. Bandages? Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened, but apparently you got burned by one of those kids from the bus stop. Thank God we got insurance, because they say your burns were pretty bad. In fact, they say you're gonna need a skin graft. Oh man, really? I hope I don't look too bad after that. Yeah, me too. By the way, what did happen? All I know is you got set on fire, those kids from the bus stop got arrested, and apparently one of them died. Oh, dude, you would not believe how crazy shit got. Jeff then went on to explain. All that had happened at the party, from Randy and the others arriving, to Keith shooting him in the face with a flare gun. Crash, man, that's insane. You want some shitty chicken? I know, man, and it kind of sucks that Troy got arrested. I mean, he actually seemed pretty cool. Yeah, I guess the best we can hope for is a jury taking pity on him. A nurse suddenly came into the room. I'm sorry, but visiting hours are up. You'll have to come back tomorrow. Huh, that rate already? Lou said, getting up. I'll try to come back tomorrow, but no promises. I had to practically beg Dad to drive me here today. It's alright, Lou, I understand. I'm just glad that you're safe. Lou smiled as he left the room, leaving Jeff to his lonesome. Several days went by with Jeff in the hospital. Lou came by and visited him every so often. This would help comfort him as the days approaching. His skin graft grew closer. Soon, that very day came, and Jeff was taken to the operation room. There, he was put under heavy anesthesia and operated on for several hours. After the operation, he was taken to the recovery room, where he was monitored closely until he was stable. A few days later, Liu came to see his brother yet again. He had been recovering quite nicely and was moved back to the hospital room, though the doctors were still keeping an eye on him to make sure his graft was taking. This would be the first time Liu would see him with his bandages off. He had to admit he was a bit nervous. He came to Jeff's room and took a deep breath. Hey Jeff, it's me, Ryu. Is it alright if I come in? Yeah, man, come on in, he heard Jeff say. Liu smiled and entered the room. Jeff was sitting there, picking at his tray of hospital food. He didn't look too bad, with his new skin was quite a bit pastier, and he was now bald and lacked eyebrows. Hey man, good to see you again. Do you think I look good bald? He asked. Better get used to seeing me like this. The doctors say my hair was burned down to the root, so it's probably not going to grow back. At the very least, my face will get some color back after I spend some time in the sun. Whoa, no. I'm sorry, we all know that getting your hair burned just turns it black.
Yeah. Or, you only get like one half of your hair burned, the other half just kind of hangs out.
Yeah.
Up there.
Yeah, I thought you might be a bit hairish after this, so I bought you something, Lou said, pulling out a large black wig. I know it's not an idea. I mean, hair, ain't even your natural hair color. It was the only one I could afford, though. It's perfect, Jeff said, smiling as he took the wig and put it on his head. How do I look?
Oh my god.
Jeff asked. Better. Great. The doctor said that the graft seems to be taking, so I'll be able to go home after a few weeks. Can't say I'm eager to be around Mom, but at least I'll be able to see something other than the hospital room.
Fucking sweet. Like, genuinely, that's so adorable.
Yep.
Like, god damn it, I actually like these characters. I'm so mad.
Yeah, why couldn't this have been the real story?
Yeah.
Though something has been bothering me. Oh, what's that? It was that kid Keith was saying. He kept going on about achieving godhood and stuff. I don't know, man. It just seems like something someone should take note of. Jeff, what the hell are you talking about? I don't know, man, but I do know one thing. The pain meds they're giving me are some good shit. Both Jeff and Liu laughed and continued to converse amongst themselves until visiting hours were up. Several weeks passed until the day of Jeff's discharge from the hospital came. Liu had managed to convince their parents to drive him home, and they would be coming to get him any moment. The door to his room opened, and his brother walked in, along with, to his surprise, his mother. He was sure that she would be waiting in the car and complaining about having to pick him up. Hey, dumbass! I heard you got ass skin stapled to your face! She slurred drunkenly. Guess what I just found out? The dumbass government will give you money for having retarded-ass kids. You two dumbasses are gonna be buying me booze for a long time. Now get in the car, ass face!
Oh.
I'm sorry, Jeff. Liu apologized. I couldn't stop her from coming in. It's alright, Liu, Jeff said, smiling as his eye twitched. Everything's going to be alright. You'll see. I'll make everything alright. Jeff, are you sure you're okay? Yes, I'm fine. He turned to his mother. Let's go, Margaret, he said as they left the hospital.
Oh, there's gonna be murder anyway. But I'm gonna let myself be surprised.
When did Troy become a name? Who read the myths and thought, yeah, that's a strong dude's name. Maybe I can convince someone to call a kid Constantinople.
But it's Istanbul now, not Constantinople.
Regardless, Millie, I would love that.
That's what They Might Be Giants told me.
Oh, hair dye. Did you know that Eugene Schuler, the founder of L'Oreal, recognized for creating the first synthetic hair dye in 1907?
I didn't hear a thing of that. So.
These are Millie's children, apparently. Troy, Constantinople, Albion, El Dorado, and Z or Z, whichever.
Amazing. The only way you can force me to learn anything is if it's related to the Beatles or the movie The Borderlands. That's the only way you're gonna teach me anything.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Good luck.
Alright. Later that night, Margaret awoke to one of the worst hangovers of her life. She decided to fix it the way she fixed all her problems, by drinking her weight in liquor. After downing an entire bottle of 192 proof Polish vodka, she noticed that the bathroom light was on and the door was wide open. Curious, she looked into the bathroom to see Jeff standing in front of the mirror with strange markings on his face. They consisted of black markings around his eyes, along with red markings that went from the end of his lips to the edge of his cheeks. What the fuck are you doing, retard? It's 3 a.m. Quit doing shit at 3 a.m., dick.
Gone wrong. Gone sexual.
Oh, you're awake.
Forcing Rudy to learn history at 3 a.m. Ho, ho. They're mad now. Ho.
Gemma, were you saying something?
Yes.
Yeah, I was like going, hey guys, it's me, J Station, and it's 3 a.m. right now, and we're gonna kill my girlfriend.
Hey, it's me, J Station. It's 3 a.m. and we're gonna force Rudy to learn stuff.
Oh, wait, I missed this one from MC Delirious. Hey guys, Lil Beppis here, back for another wholesome Keanu Chungus moment. Shout out to my favorite YouTuber Odyssean, and let's get right on to Reddit. Yeah, let's go a little far.
Just uttering that name is... Just uttering the onion name is fucking slimy as hell. It's disgusting.
Someone wanted to play Snog, Marry, Avoid with me yesterday, and they were like, alright, okay. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? That'll be fun. And then they were like, alright, Snog, Marry, Avoid. Onision, Ian Watkins from the Lost Prophets, or JC the Hyena.
But isn't Hyena like underage or something?
So I was like, can I commit suicide in the game? And then he's like, okay, you can kill 2 of them. So I was like, it took me like forever, and I'm like, I don't know how to answer this.
I mean, what's the worst of JC the Hyena's crime? He can't write well. He hasn't diddled any children.
He tried to.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Fucking pardon? That's news to me.
Wait, Rudy, I thought you didn't want to learn anything.
That's the only fucking thing that I want to learn. What the hell?
Whoa! You want to learn about diddling kids?
No, I want to know what the fuck was going on with JC the Hyena. You can tell me later.
Yeah, I don't want to derail the stream, but yes.
Just tell me in Discord later that this isn't what this stream is about. We're not talking about pedos.
Margaret sounds like a Liverpool name. While we're on the topic, Liverpool is where the Beatles were formed in 1960.
I know. I already know that.
Oh. Anyway. Yeah, quit doing shit at 3 a.m.
Happened
dick.
to this stream.
Oh,
so
you're
sorry.
awake, Jeff said as he turned to face his mother. I guess there's a first time for everything.
As he lie on a fucking... in a wagon drawn by horses. Hey, you're finally awake.
Yeah, oh, and yeah, Rudy, JC was having like a sexual role play with a 14-year-old on Discord. Cope mentions in the Sonic.exe remake.
Well, fuck.
Yeah. So as you can see, it was like, who to kill and who to not kill.
Well, not to kill. What is that rustling sound?
It's not me.
Probably me. I'm eating Sour Patch Kids.
Okay, stop eating kids. That's illegal.
Ha 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 ha!
No wonder they're so sour if you're eating them.
God damn it, Rudy.
Okay, just finish the fucking story.
Yeah, it's a good thing that I'm not monetized, because with all the shit we've been saying, I would lose my monetization.
fucking life. Susan Wachowski would fucking materialize in your room at 3 a.m. and shoot you point blank.
What the fuck did you do to your face? Did you cut your cheeks and burn off your eyelids? What? Jeff said, confused. No, why would you think that? That's stupid. I won't be able to survive if I did that. This is makeup. Oh, I see now. You're some kind of fudge packer. Fuck. I knew I should have sent you to that boot camp when you were 8. No, you fucking moron. I'm wearing this because I wanted this to be... I'm wearing this because I wanted this to be the last thing you saw before you died. What? Margaret, you are my mother. That means from the time I was born, I relied on you. I relied on you for love, support, and so many other things that you refused to provide me with. I was only a child, though. A helpless child with no idea how big and scary the world could be. I trusted you, Margaret. I had no other choice but to trust you, and you took that trust, drank yourself into a stupor, and puked all over it. How dare you? How dare you call yourself a mother when all you've ever done is exploit and abuse your children? I feel like I should have that clip of Greta Thunberg saying "How dare you" right now.
You.
How dare you?
Margaret said fearfully. She had a look on her face that Jeff might have mistaken for remorse if he thought she was capable of feeling anything other than selfishness. Pardon. Where was I? I hate you, Margaret. I hate you more than anything. What are you going to do, Jeff? It's simple. Very simple. I'm going to stop you from ruining his life like you did mine. I swear to God, for as long as I live, you aren't going to exploit him. I'll stop you, and I don't care what happens to me, Jeff said as he reached for something. A strange look suddenly came onto Margaret's face. I don't feel so good. Oh, Thanos got her.
Yeah.
She said as a small amount of blood began to trickle out of her mouth. She clutched at where her liver would be and keeled over. Jeff's eyes grew wide as she began coughing up and eventually puked up blood. Margaret? Jeff said, shocked as the bottle of vodka fell out of her hand and rolled over to his feet. Was it finally happening? Did she finally drink herself to death? This was confirmed when she finally hacked up a final clot of blood and died.
Jeez, can you drink yourself to death?
Yeah.
Did her liver fucking explode? What the fuck?
You can genuinely drink yourself to death. Like, you can have alcohol poisoning. I know what I'll do tomorrow. I'm gonna drink myself to death.
Please don't.
You're not doing that.
Fine, someone has to finish that Borderlands fanfiction. Movie, not game, okay? Evil Church one.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, this was awkward. I was kind of gonna kill you myself. I brought a knife and everything. I guess it's just as conducive to my goals, but I have to admit, I think I've got the merest piece of shit's equivalent of blue balls. I guess I'll feel better after I kill Peter. Almost as if on cue, Peter came into the room that very moment. Oh God, Margaret, no! No! I can't live without her! Peter then proceeded to run out the front door and into the street, where he was promptly run over by a large white RV with the words "Pussy Wagon" sloppily written on one of the doors in black marker.
Oh. Pussy Wagon. What the hell's a Pussy Wagon? Is that like a thing for cats? Like a cat's lady car?
Isn't the Pussy Wagon in Kill Bill?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Fine, okay, sure. Quentin Tarantino is here and he's gonna sniff your goddamn... Nah, I'm not finishing that sentence.
Yep,
Wait!
so.
You meant
shut
feet,
up!
didn't you?
No! Silence!
No talk of feet here.
Silence, fizzy beverage!
Huh? Jeff said, taken aback by the sheer stupidity that surrounded him. Well, shit. He then turned to the phone. He needed to make a few calls. Leo woke to his door being opened and Jeff walking in. Jeff? He said groggily as his brother walked toward him. What are you doing here? Why do you look like a transvestite Voldemort? That's not important right now, Jeff said as he handed Leo a letter. Just know that things seem pretty bad now. but they're going to get better for you very soon. Our mailman, Lou, will be here to pick you up in the morning. I want you to open the letter only after he does. What's going on, Jeff? Why are you acting so weird? It's nothing, Lou, Jeff lied as he left the room. Just go to sleep. Jeff sighed as he left his home with a suitcase filled with several things that he would need for living on his own, along with a few things to pawn for money. He wasn't going to stick around when the paramedics and Lou's father showed up. He knew that Lou's father would most likely want nothing to do with him. And after all, raising one child as a single parent was hard enough. No. Jeff felt that his brother's life would be better if he wasn't in the picture. He thought that the solution to all their problems would be familicide, for God's sake. It was clear that there was something very wrong with him, and that it was better for Lou to live a happy life without him. He was better off without him. He was always better off without him. Jeff looked out into the vast expanse of the sky, wondering what his life as a drifter would be like. The end.
Oh, that's fucking sad.
Yep.
That's weird.
I'm just picturing, like, I don't know if anyone knows that song, but I'm just picturing like a credit sequence with the song "I Wanna Get Better" by the Bleachers. I don't know if anyone knows that song. It's a nice song for when you feel sad. Guys, are you still there?
I'm still there. Sorry, I was texting. Or just because obviously Jacob's on his way home, so I need to make sure like that. Because obviously when he comes in, I've got to head off. So.
I thought I just ruined everyone's day with that song.
No.
Now I turn off my mic to eat.
You can still eat if you want. I'm gonna stop making jokes.
Yeah, but you were complaining about the sound of me chewing.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you said it was like a swishing sound.
No, I said it was a weird rustling noise. You know, when you like diddled the package, there was like a weird rustling sound. When you like did the package. Oh, when you like grabbed the cake from the package. Oh, I'm not helping myself here, am I?
All right.
I need someone to translate for me. Oh, anyone here speak German and English? You know when you.
Hey Rudy, did you know that Ringo Starr has an art website?
Oh, I knew that. His artwork is just lovely. You should put one of his artworks on the screen.
Maybe later.
I'm gonna send you something.
And that, kids, is why you don't do the Sonic.exe drinking game at 3 a.m.
Because otherwise JC the hyena is gonna diddle you.
In reference to your question, in reference to you asking what pussy wagon means, yes, Rudy, it's for cats. You should use the word more in your daily life.
Okay.
So whereabouts did you get to on My Immortal?
We're in chapter 13.
Oh, I actually was quite close when I scrolled down. I scrolled down to chapter 12.
Excellent.
Be in chapter 13.
Damn, that was the best Jeff the Killer story I've read. I'm glad you enjoy it, Raptor. When you grab the package, Rudy Jazz, 2020.
Stop quoting me. Stop using my incompetence against me. Only I'm allowed to do that.
Grab the package? Whoa, hey.
No, you know what I mean.
Incredibly rude.
Sounds a bit like bum.
Stop. Way.
No. It's the fucking language barrier. Things get lost in translation.
But yes, Rudy, it was a joke, and you fell for it like the fascist you are.
Damn it, no.
I was making a Young Ones reference.
Yes, I know. Fucking great. Sorry, I'm still thinking about Neil's letter to the bank. Just, darling fascist bully boy, give me some money, you bastard. May the seed of your line be fruitful in the womb, in the belly of your woman. Neil.
Love Neil.
So great. I've ordered like DVDs of it, like both seasons of the young ones. It's just so fucking good.
It is. Like my mum and dad showed it to me at a very young age. Like I was probably like younger than Logan when they showed it to me, and it's been like one of my favorite British sitcoms ever since.
Which is funny because like the young ones is incredibly violent and stuff, and kind of dark. But I still would show the young ones over something like Peep Show to a child, because like Peep Show isn't as violent or like explicit as the young ones, but like still. I don't know, something about Peep Show is much darker. I guess because the one is realistic, the other is not.
Yeah, like because of the surrealness of the young ones, I'm happy to show Logan it. Like at the moment, he's watched a few episodes and he's enjoyed it. Although he sometimes goes, "Why? Why is he having an argument about Cliff Richard?"
Oh yeah, that's something, that's how I felt when I watched the young ones for the first time. I like the show has a lot of refuge and audacity, but it's just so weird and stupid you can't help but laugh.
Huh,
Yeah.
Millie, I would love to read that out loud, but Rudy doesn't want to learn anything, even though that's extremely interesting.
Is it related to?
Yeah.
Related to creepy churches.
Close enough to the Borderlands.
There's a church in Norway built in the 12th century. There's something weird carved into one of the higher beams that translates to, "My friend bet me I couldn't get up here."
Humans have always been humans.
Yep.
Another note I want to make real quick about the young ones. For some reason, I find, despite both being very like in surreal humor, and both of their jokes being non sequiturs, I think the young ones is much funnier than the Mighty Boosh. Like I like the Boosh, but like I have a weird love-hate relationship with it, because I need to take a lot of breaks from watching it, because like I don't know, it just gets too much. Like the show gets too much, but not the young ones. I can watch like an episode. I've watched like an episode a day when I was still in vocational school, because I could, but the Boosh, for some reason, it's just I couldn't do that, and I don't know why.
About the Mighty Boosh, I don't like the Mighty Boosh, which sounds really weird coming from someone like me. But
get off my channel.
Why does it's weird?
I'm sorry. Just because of the kind of stuff that I like, pretty much like I like a lot of surrealist comedy and stuff and surrealist horror, and I just can't get my head around the Mighty Boosh at all. I like the guys. I like the people in it.
Yeah, I like Noel Fielding. He's good fun. I just don't.
I like Julian Barrett as well. He's very funny, and like, but it's just the Mighty Boosh just isn't my cup of tea. And also I always thought the young ones was better than Bottom, even though everyone likes Bottom. Yes, they do.
I guess what's different between the young ones and the Mighty Boosh is there's more characters in the young ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's more characters in the young ones, so the surrealism can be like split between all these characters, and each one can carry a part. And it's not just basically two people who have to carry a very heavy backpack full of surrealism.
Whenever I send my mum and dad the birthday message, I always send them the picture which says, "Congratulations, it is your birthday. You may set fire to Rick's bed." When they're playing Monopoly.
I'm thinking about the gag that I watched today. I've watched I'm watching compilations until my DVDs arrive. Just fucking Rick and Vivian arguing over who can have the room, and then Vivian sets the bed on fire, and they call out Neil. Is like, "Hey Neil, your room's on fire!" And Neil coming out of his
room's on fire.
Neil walks out of his room that he already had and just goes into the room where the bed is on fire. And he's like, "Oh no!"
I do love the one where it's like where the kettle commits suicide or like blows up, and it's like the kettle would rather commit suicide than talk to me.
I love Neil. I can just relate so much to this guy. Like forever, my favorite quote from him is going to be, I've been digging a grave today. I won't kill myself, but just in case, because that's such a mood.
Yeah. Who else has no idea what they're
Oh god, we've hijacked it. We've hijacked the stream. We've taken over. This is now about the young ones.
Oh, well, the father's with me there.
Basically, if you watch the young ones, people of the stream, you won't regret it. It's fucking amazing.
It is. It's amazing.
If you like insanity.
For any of you like Rick Mail, the English comedian Rick Mail, who unfortunately passed away a few years ago, who was also he was Drop Dead Fred, which I didn't like, but still, you'll probably recognize him from there. It's that, yeah.
First you say you don't like the Mighty Boosh, and then you mention Drop Dead Fred. Are you trying to get my channel destroyed?
I'm just saying that the actor was in Drop Dead Fred, but that doesn't mean that he liked being in it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. It's like how Data is in The Master of Disguise.
Shut up!
Yeah. Anyway, shall we read My Immortal? Or
one thing, McDarius. I guess you don't know, but I don't use. I use they them pronouns. That would be kind. You've already been corrected by Manny. I'm not mad. Don't worry, it happens. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, I lost interest when Gemma started shortening words and Rudy expressed their hatred for learning.
I've done my bit. I've done my learning. Fucking 13 years of it. I'm sick of it. Okay, let's fucking read My Immortal.
Alright. Chapter 13. Anne. Raven fangs for gulping me again. I'm sorry, a talk or poster of Gerard, but that guy is such a fucking sex bomb. Prep stop flaming.
I'm glad.
Should I translate it?
No.
For some reason, I understand the office notes of My Immortal. I don't know why.
No, I think it speaks for itself. And that's
okay.
Retarded. All right.
And from what I think I can translate goth. Here we go. Or I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. Fake goth. Raven, thanks for helping me again. I'm sorry I took your poster of Gerard Way, but that guy is such a fucking sex bomb. I would say preps is like jocks and people that are popular. So stop flaming, meaning stop flaming the story. There we
Gemma
go.
is she who dances with goths.
I mean, I guess it would take a former goth to understand what they were saying.
Oh, let's not get into that. Let Gemma forget.
I was a proper former goth. I had the 80s aesthetic.
Oh, well,
Fair
okay
enough.
then. So,
Yes.
more Robert Smith goth and less Gerard Way goth.
Yes.
Okay, that's acceptable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared. I mean,
you're
remember...
Vampire. I know I'm Draco because I have the Draco Ghost voice, and I'm also Dumbledore.
Okay. I remember.
Just let me know when you want me to be, so.
Alright, I remember the Raven voice now. Dumbledore, Dumbledore! We both yelled. Dumbledore came here. What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs?
I'm Dumbledore, you jackass!
Try that again.
Okay. Sorry, because he came. What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs?
It does say Dumbledore came there.
Yeah!
Yeah, you went there.
Yeah, I came there.
Voldemort has Draco! We shouted at the same time. He laughed in an evil voice.
Instant Jimmy Carr laugh. Yep, that's how he laughs. That's how he fucking laughs.
No, don't. We have to save Draco, we begged.
No!
He said meanly.
I don't give a tolerant what Voldemort does to Draco. Not after how much he misbehaved in school, especially with you, Ebenezer Scrooge. Besides, I'm sorry.
He said while he frowned, looking at me.
Besides, I never liked him that much anyway. Haha, walking away.
Then he walked away. Vampire started crying. My Draco, he moaned.
You have to moan.
Oh, my Draco.
Okay, I'm never asking you to moan again.
That's the best I can moan in that voice.
Shut up.
And don't, thick gay guys are licks so hot.
No, because I'm not a weirdo. Oh no, she's a Fujoshi.
Okay, actually, Gemma, do you want to be, vampire here?
Vampire. Okay, is he just called Vampire?
It's Harry
Vampire Potter.
Yeah. It's
Vampire
okay.
Potter.
I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. Then he had a brainstorm.
I have an idea!
No, you had an idea.
I know, it's like...
No! MC Delirious, stop!
What's happening?
MC Delirious said, Rudy to Bean Daddy, you have to moan.
Motherfucker just keeps fucking quoting out of context, and I hate it.
I'm just really hoping that nothing I say gets taken out of context on this stream.
I want to hate it, but at the same time, he's quoting people out of context so well that I'm proud of him.
Yeah. A good heir to the throne.
And Raptor, you should definitely share that epic fan art.
Yeah.
Okay,
back to hell.
What? I asked him.
You'll see!
He said.
Ow.
He took out his wand and did a spell. Then, ellipses, suddenly we were in Voldemort's lair.
Isn't that the guy from Phineas and Ferb?
I don't know.
Voldemort's Evil Incorporated.
It is me, Professor Doofenshmirtz.
Ebony Darkness, the Ninja Raven Way.
Gemma, in regards to you not being taken out of context, the father says, challenge accepted.
Just don't say anything stupid and you'll be fine.
We ran in with our wands out. Okay, am I the only one picturing them, like, unzipping their pants when they said that?
Yes!
Just as we heard a crude voice say, Alakadabra.
Very topical story.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, it says Allah, so I guess Allahu Akbar! It was, ellipses, Voldemort.
Dun dun dun.
I learned my quoting techniques from you, Bean-Dye. Aww. I'm glad I'm a good influence.
Can I read the author's note here?
Yes, if you like.
Chapter 14, author's note. Fuck off, preps, okay? Raven, thanks for helping again. I'm sorry I couldn't update, but I was derperist and I had to go to the hospital because I slit my wrist. I highly doubt that. P.S. I'm not updating till you give me 10 godly voice. Warning. Some of this chapter is extremely scray. Your excretion at visit.
By the way that you were saying it, Rudy, it was like a northerner. It was like, fuck off, preps, okay. Raven, thanks for helping again. I'm sorry I couldn't update it, but I was depressed.
Well, I mean, it is fitting because my Avi on Discord is me Mac.
Raptor Rex, thank you so much. That's beautiful.
Wait, is that fan art? Let me fucking see it.
It's on Twitter.
I'm gonna check it out. What the hell could it be that you died laughing?
I'm gonna have to look at this.
Starring Bean Daddy Mandela, Super Gang Entertainment System. I love it. I love it. It's a masterpiece.
Where is it? Da, 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 da.
I want some fan art of me as
What
well.
was that?
That was a phone.
Okay.
Yeah, if it was a vibration, it was my phone.
Yeah, it better be.
Vibration.
Yeah, it couldn't be her Beach Boys albums, right?
No. Sorry, I'm looking at this.
What? Did I say something funny?
I feel like I need to find something else to read periodically and actually call that the retarded quest.
Good idea. Okay.
Jade.
Read. Hop.
Okay, who's Draco?
I am Draco.
So go ahead. Oh, wait.
No.
Oh wait, I'm looking at chapter 15. This is so horribly formatted.
No, right?
We ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. Well, yeah, I mean, what do you care? You were looking for Voldemort.
I was about to say you fucking injured me, man.
Yep. Instead, that fat guy who killed Cedric was. Who the hell is Cedric?
I don't remember. Random guy who doesn't matter.
He was like the reason why people seem to like him a lot was because he was played by Robert Pattinson before he was Edward Cullen.
Yeah.
So you know
that
who
was
the
a thing
character
that
is?
Happened.
Yes, I do, because Logan
Nerd!
watched it.
It was Logan who watched it, you fool.
Okay, that's gotta be child abuse or something. Letting him watch that.
To be honest, with the Harry Potter films and stuff like that and the books, they're before obviously the whole J.K. Rowling debacle. They're harmless. And yeah. Logan really doesn't he said the only one he likes is the Goblet of Fire. He was like, I don't like any of the others.
You say that's harmless, but were you just ignoring the fact that his brain was liquefying and coming out of his ears as he watched it?
I mean,
because that's the effect it has.
To be honest, he looked alright. I mean, he was able to do his homework.
I read Harry Potter when I was a child because I hoped it would make people like me if I had things in common with them.
Damn it,
yeah, I read Harry Potter as a kid.
Will you two just let me insult Harry Potter?
No, I'm not done with my story. I didn't actually like it that much. I just pretended to like it because I thought maybe people would also like me. Just like how I pretended to like Naruto, it didn't work. People still hated me.
Yeah, I did the same with Twilight. I read the Twilight books and was like, these are shit, but people like them, so maybe they'll like me.
And let me guess, it didn't work.
No, it didn't work. No.
It did not work.
It was even worse when I sang a song at the talent show that year.
Ooh.
Yes,
let's not get into that.
No, let's not.
Okay, keep reading.
Keep reading, yes.
Mic on.
Yeah, okay.
It's your turn, you fool.
I'm chewing.
Well, chew faster.
Ow.
Not so fast.
I bit my tongue.
Yeah, well, not that fast, you idiot. Or I can continue reading.
So I'll be Bean Daddy.
Okay. No, we're not doing that.
Yes, do it.
I read the Twilight books, Gemma Milne, 2020.
Thanks.
Okay. It says Draco was there crying tears of blood.
Was there crying tears of blood.
Boo-hoo!
Snaketail was torturing him.
Boo-hoo! Ouchie! Ouch! Ouch! That hurts! Boo-hoo! Wait, I love those.
Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail.
Woo! How could this hurt me? Ow! I'm just a ghost.
Rid my sight, you despicable preps! He shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. What?
What gun? What gun?
Where did that come from?
It was there. There was a gun, okay? She always carries a gun ever since Putzen showed up and gave it to her, okay? It's just she has it now. Accept it.
And
That's
Zoid.
I was gonna say, is Vampire Me? Or is Vampire Me? Was that Vampire? Because I've got no idea who's talking at all.
I think that was Snaketail or whatever.
Oh. Okay.
And And Zoidberg, you say you wanted courage, but who needs courage when you have a gun?
Who needs courage when you have a gun and vodka?
Oh,
Who needs courage
no,
when you
you
have
put up your hands now, world! Alright, then suddenly he looked at me and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes. Period, he said.
I love you when you have sex with me.
My
What?
stroke.
I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, I guess we can just jump ahead to that.
In this, he is 16 years old, so he's not a pedophile, okay?
Well, good for her.
I asked.
Okay. So this obviously is written by someone who's British.
Why?
Because obviously I'm saying, like, with regards to the fact that I'm pretty sure that the English is probably their first language, and the fact that the age of consent in the US is usually 17. I think I would say that, and obviously the age of consent in the UK is 16. I would think probably it's written in the UK.
Well, I mean, in Switzerland, the age of consent is also 16, so maybe it was a Swiss person.
True.
That would be the fucking twist of the century if actually someone from Switzerland wrote it.
It was actually Rudy the whole time.
I was gonna say,
No,
you don't remember? It was you.
It wasn't me. That's not some pink Twin Peaks shit.
But
okay?
then you buried your notebook and lost all memory of it.
Oh my god, yes. Good idea. Just good. So just, like Twin Peaks, it's in the Black Lodge now.
It's Vampire Me, Gemma 2020.
Someone needs to do a recut of the stream, but have it be a fucking a Twin Peaks type of thing.
No, Vampire is hopefully going to be Jacob soon.
He's not going to be able to. He's going to be absolutely exhausted when he comes in. He's been so hard at work. So
I know. I was referencing his Curse of Dracula.
Okay.
Give him a kiss and a cuddle when he's home. Okay, he deserves it.
He's had a very good, productive first day of work, back at work. So
back at the boat work, the good work.
Yes, the good boat work.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not fishing.
Okay.
Some people think.
Huh? I asked. Oh, don't even get started with the fishing thing. Fucking retard, Harvey. Can't even fucking pay attention when Jacob speaks.
Can we please continue reading? I don't know what's going on.
Enemy, oh my god. Enemy, I love you. Will you have sex with me? Asked Snaketail. I started laughing crudely. What the fuck? You tortured my biff, and then you expect me to fuck you? God, you are so fucked up, you fucking bastard. I said angrily. Then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood
with what?
Poured out of it like a fountain.
Did you stab him in the heart with the gun?
Apparently.
No!
Are you back
with us? Okay, Darth Vader, calm down.
Gemma, did you mute yourself for a second?
Yes.
I think Gemma just kind of retreated into her happy place.
I didn't know that my excuse me, that my rants about Anya were that amusing, but I'm glad.
And there's just because the next line was no, and I decided to just be like, all right, I'll do that because in the sort of Darth Vader kind of.
Yeah, that's why I said, okay, Darth Vader.
He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly.
Fun fact: Brust is the German word for chest. So.
Ah. All right. Who's going to be? Who's going to be lame villain?
Wait. Didn't we agree that Voldemort was going to be voiced by us both, and each one of us said a different word?
Oh yeah, that's right. All right, Snaketail.
What?
Art.
Thou.
Doing. Called Voldemort. Then, ellipses, he started coming way. Okay, on a hair trigger there, I guess. Wait, Rudy's teaching us things now? The tables have turned.
Yeah, I'm teaching you German against your will.
We could hear his high heels clacking to us. So we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room.
Apparently Voldemort is played by Tim Curry as Frank and Bertha.
How'd you do that?
That would make the story much better.
So you've met my...
Handyman.
We went to my room. Vampire went away. Then I started crying. Rudy.
Sorry, that's me. What's wrong, honey?
Asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw.
I'm not taking off my clothes in real life. I may be method, but not that much.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm going to read this. He had a sex pack, get it cause he's so sexa, and a really huge you-know-what in everything. You know what? Since the story won't just come out and say it, I'm going to assume that by huge you-know-what means he has a huge hernia.
No, I have... No, look, I am Draco, right? And I have one of these, like, sketching dolls that you can pose, and it's really big, so that's probably what is meant.
No, you have a hernia. You have to wear the girdle to keep it in.
I don't know what the hernia is.
I believe that's... Isn't that when the, like when the intestines come through the wall of muscle?
It doesn't sound good. No, I don't want that.
Basically, you end up with like a huge lump popping out of your stomach.
I don't want that. Can we just go with like paintbrush? Because I also have a big paintbrush.
And if you're a guy, then you know that getting a hernia check is awful. Okay.
The next line is actually one of the worst lines I've ever read.
Oh god. It's so unfair, I yielded. Why can't I just be ugly or plain like the other girls and preps here except for Bloody Mary because she's not ugly or anything?
Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyway. They are such fucking sluts. NOBs are Scrooge.
Answered Draco. Yeah, but everyone is in love with me. Jesus Christ. Like Snake and Looping took a video of me naked. Hargreaves says he's in love with me. Vampire likes me, and now even Snaketail is in love with me. I just want to be with you, Draco. Why couldn't Satan have made me lesbian?
What? What? What does that mean?
Mic off.
Millie says, that's what a good boyfriend does. When they find their girlfriend crying, they strip and ready themselves to screw. But you see, Draco is a ghost. He lost most of his social cues when he died.
I was like, oh look, I'm windmilling it. That'll make you feel better. What's wrong? Why are you crying?
I'm windmilling the paintbrush. Look, all the paint is splattering on the wall. I'm gonna have to clean it up later. But it doesn't matter because I'm a ghost. Bean Daddy Mandela left.
Is he gone?
Mic on.
I guess this is now the...
Okay, I think I can breathe now.
I was about to say this is the Rudy and Gemma show. We were gonna talk more about the young ones.
Fuck you, would-be usurper.
What the hell happened?
Yeah, did you hear my did you hear what I said about Draco Draco windmilling his dick?
His paintbrush.
Damn it, Gemma!
His paintbrush.
I shouted angrily, and don't worry, NB isn't a snob or anything, but a lot of people have told her she's pretty. I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse. I shouted, and then I ran away.
I would like to be good at one thing.
Yeah, me too.
Can I please be good at something?
You are. You got a writing. You got a drawing.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
Stop trying to be nice. No, you've never read my writing, Gemma. You wouldn't know.
It's a fact. It's a fact, Rudy.
You've never.
It's a fact. You must learn it.
Okay.
You've never read any of my writing, Gemma.
Gemma, when we're done here, get on your little Beppis show and state that as a fact, so Rudy can no longer refute it.
Okay.
Okay, you know what, Gemma? I'm gonna send you the first draft that I'm working on my stupid fanfiction, and you can decide if I'm good or not.
Okay, well, I think that your art is lovely, and that you're very talented.
It
so
is.
That's right. I'm right about at least one thing at this current time.
And here come the cute sounds.
Damn it! Just continue reading.
Chapter 15. Anne, stop flaming, och, but what you suck from no on every time someone flabs me, I'm gonna slip my wrists.
Oh, gee.
Fangs to Raven for her pain.
I don't think you need Raven, you need a therapist. Ebenezer Scrooge!
Jacob Marley? Shouted Draco sadly.
No, please come back!
Oh wait, we're actually continuing from the last point. That's something new for this.
Yeah, that's like almost an improvement.
But I was too mad. Whatever! Now you can go and have sex with vampire! I shouted. I stormed into my room and closed my black door with my blood red key. Fuck you! It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. Fuck off!
The door or the key?
Oh yeah,
Who cares?
yeah. Marilyn Manson. Yeah, he's yeah.
He sure is hot. He's not, but you know.
Okay.
No,
okay.
I'm just really I like Marilyn Manson.
The character in the stories, I'm making this clear, the character in the story says he looks as sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire.
Sorry, I've read ahead, and I fucking died. I think I'm dead. That was amazing. I died and descended into heaven. I'm so happy.
Oh,
Please.
God.
It was wonderful.
I started to cry and weep. I took no. I drank the blood all depressed. Then I looked at my black GC, fuck off, watch and noticed it was time to go to biology class. Wait, see, that's the thing, though. No, you weren't. Because I do know quite a bit about Harry Potter, and I know that they're all retards because they don't teach maths, biology, science, English, anything like that. That's why they're all such dumbasses.
But to be fair, they have magic. I don't think they need any of that shit.
Yeah, okay, does anyone remember how to unlock the door with the key? 'Cause my magic's not working. What's a key?
I was like, oh, do you remember that we've only just recently had toilets installed? Because what we used to do is that we used to shit in our pants and then magic it out. That's a real thing. J.K. Rowling said that.
Amazing.
Okay, I hate her.
Like basically she was like, well, they didn't think that they needed toilets because all they had to do was that they'd relieve themselves in their pants and then they'd just magic it away. And that's a real thing. You'd think it's made up, but no, she said it.
Oh no, I could easily believe that. I just... God damn it, Rowling.
Yep.
I put on a short, ripped black gothic dress that said retardation, or anarchy, same thing, on the front in blood red letters, and was all ripped and a spiky belt. Under that, I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them with blood red letters.
Joel
Madden's Charlotte.
What, isn't that guy from the Madden video games?
No, Joel is the lead singer of Good Charlotte.
To me, he's the guy from the Madden video games. I don't even give a shit.
Speaking of Rudy's writing, we should read that in the next stream.
No, I don't want that. Like, genuinely, this isn't even a joke. I'm very protective of it, so it's very dear to me, and it's nice if we wouldn't do that.
Yeah, we wouldn't do that.
They go to Hogwarts at 11, graduate at 18, and then move into the human world with no history or references in the real world. Yeah, see, exactly.
I don't think they move into the human world. I think they should stay in the not human world.
Well, Millie, if that's the case, then I think that you should make them attend a history class that you teach, and Rudy should join them. Learn history.
Up. I don't want to learn history.
History is awesome.
No, it's not.
Okay, how much of a fucking nerd did I just sound like?
Nerd!
You sound like such a nerd. I want to shove you into a locker.
Bring it.
And then beat you to death with a baseball bat. No.
Whoa,
no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I like you.
Aw. I put my ebony black hair out. You put it out? So, okay, what, do you just like pop it off like a wig and let it outside like a dog? Okay, there you go. Go piddle.
No, you just put it out of its misery.
Put me out of my misery.
Oh my god. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed as usual. I did some advanced biology work. You did not do any biology work, advanced or otherwise, and you did not figure the sum of anything, because you're a retard who just practices Wicca or whatever.
Manny, just fucking read the next sentence, you will die.
I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. Suddenly the guitar turned to Draco?
Surprise!
Suddenly the guitar turned to Draco. Okay, I read that right.
The guitar is sentient? It's a character now?
No, the guitar was first a bloody pentagram, and then it turned into Draco.
Rudy?
I mean, I read it. I read it, but it still didn't make any sense, and I read it again, and it still won't make any sense, and I don't understand what's going on.
Are we having a collective stroke right now?
I think so.
No.
My eye is fucking twitching.
Damn it, Rudy, we're there.
Look,
MC Darius, I like you, Rudy to Bean Daddy.
Friends can't tell each other they like them. Like, Gemma, I like you.
You said at the beginning that you were afraid that people were going to take things out of context and, like, ship us together. It's happening now. It started.
Yeah, well, God damn it.
Why'd you have to plant that in their minds?
But yeah, Rudy, I like you too. Very much so.
Yes. We are friends.
So you're interested in Borderlands instead, Rudy? Borders are geographic boundaries of political entities or legal jurisdictions, such as governments, sovereign states, and federated states.
That's not the Borderlands I meant. I meant the movie. Fucking idiot.
J.K. Turfling literally made werewolves a metaphor for AIDS, then made one character a predatory man who likes to attack children and make them werewolves. Oh my god!
Amazing. 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 Wonderful.
Anyway, Rudy, it's your line.
Okay, where was I? N.O.B. Sir Scrooge, I love you.
He shouted sadly.
I do not care what those fucker preps and poses think. Ooh, the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I used to want to commit suicide all the time. Even though I'm already dead and a ghost. Now I just wanna fucking be with you. I fucking love you.
Then, ellipses, he started to sing The Chronicles of Life and Death. We considered
it's the circle of life.
Our song now because we fell in love when Joel was singing it right in front of the entire class. Okay, I guess they're in class. That was never established. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic. Okay, his singing voice was an architectural style, really. And sexy, like a cross between Gerard, Joel, Chester, Pierre, and Marilyn Manson. Who the fuck is...
Who are these people? Who is Chester? Who is Pierre?
I know 4 of the 5.
Okay, which one do you not know?
I don't know who Pierre is.
Who the fuck is Pierre?
I know that Gerard is probably Gerard Way. I know Joel is from Good Charlotte. Chester Bennington from Linkin Park, and Marilyn Manson always.
Okay, Chester can stay.
Yeah, Chester can stay.
The rest, who the fuck?
And oh my God. Don't you think those guys are so hot? If would not know who they are, get the fuck out on her. I said after he was finished. Some fucking preps stared at us, but I just stuck up my middle fingers that were covered in black nail polish and were entwined with Dracos now.
Talk about sloppy application. Yeah. Like your fucking fingers are covered in nail polish. How bad are you at this? I should get into nail art again.
I said.
I've read ahead just a little bit and...
I don't like how you said that. Here we go. I said, and then we started to kiss just like Hillary Duff. I fucking hate that bitch. And CMM and A Cinderella Story.
Who's CMM?
Chad Michael Murray.
Why do you know that?
Because my sister used to watch A Cinderella Story because she was really into Hillary Duff as a kid. So
right, your sister.
Yeah, you know the one that I've told her because she's a couple of years younger than me. She was watching all the Disney Channel things when I was watching stuff on Nickelodeon.
Tell your sister she has horrible taste in women. Really, Hillary Duff.
Yeah. Also, Chad Michael Murray was in a bunch of other stuff like Gilmore Girls and like One Tree Hill.
Ugh. None of these sound appealing.
Nah.
Okay, I need to make sure Jacob is able to come on in the next stream. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping by how sexy we looked together. Then I saw a poster saying that MCR would have a concert in Hogsmeade. Right then.
Hogsmeade.
No, it's Hogsmeade. That's a different town.
I like Hogsmeade better.
Right.
Medi.
We looked at each other all shocked, and then we went together.
Can I read the next bit? The next author's note.
Take me back to Hogsmeade with a girl.
Go ahead while I'm getting a CAC scan to make sure I'm alright.
How does that song go? Take me back to New York City where
the grass is green and the girls are pretty.
Yeah. Take me back to Hogsmeade where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Retarded.
Welcome to the garden. Please obey the rules.
Scoop off of the grass, shine your shoes, wipe your face.
Do that. Yes. You know what? Shut up, okay? Prove to me you're not preps. Raven, you suck. You fucking bick. Give me back my fucking sweet. You subsid to rip this. Raven, what the WTF, you bick? You're supposed to do this by BTW Fangs to Brittany 5655 for Tekken Mud Japanese.
No. By the way, Rudy, the father would like to correct you. It's Take Me to the Paradise City.
But I don't give a shit.
Hey, tired. Rudy, did you know that from 1303 to 1860 there was a period of climate cooling after the medieval warm period?
That means I can't
it is
hear
known
you.
as the Little Ice Age. And Raptor just wants us to watch a Disney Channel movie, apparently.
No.
Not even if it's Xenon Girl of the 21st century?
There's a couple of decent ones, like Smart House. Smart House was a good Disney Channel.
Oh, wow.
Sorry,
I forgot about that one.
I just looked over the chapter and just fucking saw the word Eva in big letters, and I just thought, oh my god, our Evangelion's going to show up.
Or Mermaid Man. Eva!
No,
Yes.
Eva, like in Evangelion, the robots.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Get in the fucking robot, Ebony.
Now I'm picturing Mermaid Man fighting whatever the things are called from Evangelion.
Angels.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I never really got into that show, so...
I'm gonna be honest. You can call me Weeb if you want. I fucking love Neon Genesis Evangelion. I think it's great.
Weeb!
It's a great show.
Yeah, look who's talking. Manny.
What? I haven't said anything.
Boku no Manny's Academy.
Okay, see, I get to call you a weeb there. You ain't fucking Japanese. To you, it's My Hero Academia. Boku no Hero! Look at me, I'm a Japanese!
Really? I didn't know that. I thought everyone called it that. That's how everyone
anyone who
always
calls
calls
it that needs to end themselves.
Okay, bye.
If they're not Japanese.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Guess I'll die.
No, I said I gave you the chance to correct it. I am benevolent.
Okay. Yeah, funny that you would call me a weeb, Many Heroes Academy.
It's a great fucking show.
Manny's Bizarre Adventure.
I am here. Anyway, before you can make fun of me anymore, we ran happily to Hogsmeade. There we saw the stage where Gik had played. We ran in happily. Knicker were there playing Helena.
Yeah, alright.
Or Helena.
Who is Helena?
I don't know.
That's one of their songs. Yes, I liked My Chemical Romance for when I was 13 for a whole year. Yes,
it's fine.
You were 13 only for a whole year?
Yeah, but I liked the band for a whole year. It was like it literally ran from January 2007 to December 2007. It was like my love for My Chemical Romance.
Listen,
I do know that song because my brother was obsessed with it. Oh. And when we watched, I think it was the remake of House of Wax, I mentioned that that they play that song during the end credits, and he's like, "Oh my god, I have to see this movie now." It's like, just because they play that song, I told you nothing else about it.
One of my favorite things to happen in Supernatural, I think, is when like Sam and Dean, because obviously the guy that plays Dean is in House of Wax, and he was like, and Paris Hilton's in one of the episodes of Supernatural, and it's like Dean's like, I haven't even seen House of Wax, and like Sam behind him looking like, well, obviously the guy that played Sam was in House of Wax, not Dean.
I've not watched Supernatural. Like, I think properly.
It's good.
It's very
Tumblr
good.
Ruined it for me.
And also, in House of Wax, the guy who is dating Paris Hilton's character was the star of the show My Cousin Skeeter on Nickelodeon.
I don't know that show.
Oh, by the way, just to do the 7 degrees of separation here, because I was speaking about Chad Michael Murray earlier. Chad Michael Murray's in House of Wax.
Welcome to the House of Wax. Now I've come of age. Welcome to
the second lead. He's like the brother to the main character of the woman character, I think.
The woman character. She's so unremarkable that's her name. The woman character.
I know the actress's name. It was like Eliza Cuthbert or something like that. Yes, I remember the actress's name.
Amazing.
Oh, Bean Daddy is a benevolent god. Thank you, the Father. You're very wise to know that.
So we've got the Bean Daddy, the Father, now we just need the equivalent of the Holy Spirit.
Just to remember this for the future, Gemma once liked My Chemical Romance. It's not a secret. I've spoken about it before.
Yeah, like there was a time where I, as a teenager, unironically liked Green Day.
Gemma, I'm sorry, I just have to say, I love when you get kind of ranting like that. You sound progressively more Scottish.
It's like, I know. It was not a secret. And, I even went and saw them live the year that I liked them. And they were the most unremarkable part of that concert, and I still like the band that played before them.
Oh, snap.
I'm just going to say that the tsundere character is one of the most annoying toxic tropes in anime. That's saying something. Yes, Millie, you are correct.
I once had an inside joke with my friend, which was incredibly cursed. Well, I still have that inside joke. Basically, that the Gallagher brothers from Oasis are tsunderes towards Blur.
I love inside jokes. I hope I can be part of one someday.
We already have an inside joke.
I know
Yes,
it was an Office quote.
Ah.
Yep.
I've only ever watched the British Office and one episode of the American Office.
Yeah, Steve Carell's just like, inside jokes. I love those. I hope I can be part of one day.
Yeah, we have the inside joke of My Adorable Sounds that you apparently both really enjoy.
Gemma is definitely the Holy Spirit because of her love of gin. Oh, I get it.
I get it.
I'm sorry.
I'm totally not drinking gin right now. No, sir.
So now we've got the bean. So now we've got the Bean Daddy, the Father, and the Gemma, the Jinna, the Jinna.
Jinma.
Jinna, the Holy Spirit.
I get it because spirit is another term for alcohol. Oh my god,
I've cracked it. I fucking cracked it.
Cracking, mate.
What has my life become?
That's the risk you take when you're friends with me.
What have I become?
Rudy, quit trying to put yourself down. You're not even the one I'm talking about right now.
It's just the story.
Just to be clear, MC Delirious, I'm just joking. I love you all. Just come on with the...
While we have been idling our time away on our inevitable journey to the grave, I've been working on that sketch I've talked about before. And actually, it's coming together quite nicely. I might actually color it.
You should. I'd love to see it.
It's a jellyfish mermaid.
Oh, that's cool.
Now I'm upset because I have to think that I can never pet a jellyfish.
I've crafted Scottish Gemma 2020.
I just want to pet a jellyfish.
Right. I mean, that, I must. I was saying, with that, I must leave because Cole will be here shortly, and I need to make dinner.
All right, yeah. So, yeah. I'm gonna say let's just call it there. We've been going for over 2 hours. My throat's killing me, and I mean we didn't even really start this chapter, so. Oh.
No, we read the entry level.
And right now, and I'm just gonna say that I was kind of like trying to focus on what you two were saying and what people in the chat were saying, so we wouldn't have to get back to this.
So you can whittle away.
I'm pretty sure it gave me a tumor.
Trust me, it gets worse.
Not a tumor. It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. Yeah, maybe I can write some more because I'm not sleepy.
You should definitely write more, though.
Yes, you should. Right!
Yes, right. I would yell louder, but my voice is going.
His throat is dead. You need to lubricate your throat.
Gemma, is Cobe there? Or?
Not yet. I'll be here in a few minutes, but I thought I'd make dinner just so that it was ready for him coming in.
Okay, well, tell him I said hi and give him a kiss for me.
What are you going to cook?
I'm making pasta.
Pasta.
And garlic bread.
Nice. What is in the... Is there going to be sauce on the pasta?
Yes, it's going to be cheese and broccoli.
Yes, that is good sauce for the pasta.
Yes, it's the most glorious type of pasta.
Nice. No, the most glorious is pizzoccheri.
Yes, I still want to try that someday.
One day I'm going to kidnap you and take you to Tirano, and then I will feed you pizzoccheri and you will be happy.
Yes.
That came out much creepier than I intended. I think it's my accent.
Yeah. Oh.
What did you do?
cannot see my red face, but it's red.
Red.
All right. Well, with that, Gemma and Rudy, thank you for coming on. I hope you had fun. Everyone in the chat, thank you so much. Please like, comment, subscribe. And once again, there is my friend's GoFundMe for her putting together her rescue for snakes and lizards. Any donations are welcome.
Never force me to learn anything again.
You need to lubricate your throat, Rudy Jazz 2020.
I meant like drinking water, you bastards. Fascists. You fascist bullies. Sorry, I'm thinking about the special branch from the young ones. That was a great gag.
Alright, well,
Special branch, hello.
You don't seem so special. I'm